Hello and welcome everybody. Nope, wrong music. Okay, turning up the lo-fi a little bit. Good morning everybody. Oh, I accidentally triggered. There we go. Yeah, I've now coded in the Dragon Souls are back. They're not set up yet for the redeem, but once I do that. I really hope it doesn't fry my current SSD as well. I still can't believe the bullshit. I mean, the SSD companies are trying to push out drivers as fast as possible to fix the issue, but I mean, effectively, Microsoft cost me one SSD plus another Windows. Yeah, and the problem is because I reinstalled Windows, I can't even uninstall the fucking faulty security update. No, the thing is, it's not every SSD. That's kind of the problem. It's not every SSD that gets the problem. I'm really hoping the one I got now, the Predator, it wasn't on the list, but neither was the TMP one that I had in. So it's like not a guarantee. But the fact that I mean I took the card to a guy who has a few like recovery programs for SSDs. Like just plug it in via USB interface and all that. He says it's unreadable. Like it is so corrupted it does not even see it anymore. So effectively it's completely bricked. Yes you can. You have to go up to them and press F5. You don't you can place them in the menu that you do use to place items, but you can't remove them that way. Only Silsa can. Because it's technically his manner, but placement is can be done by anyone. And the removal you just have to use the F5. And some guildies need to start stepping up a bit more. I recently made a few, but they're gone now.
The sea is always blue. That's why it's hard to tell what's down below. The sea is always blue.
Okay, I've done all the
What's down below?
Oh wow. I feel like an idiot. I feel like an absolute idiot. Boom, boom, boom. Bum, 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 bum. You can use just the Master Lionhead, but the Master Special is better. Yeah, generally. Hopefully they saw my video.
Here, I have been waiting. Did you call me?
Ah. Is there a white dot here or not? There's some crabs missing here, but must have been from somebody riding through. Oh no, there's the person from Clarity. Okay. Well, I expect people to find it.
Here, I have been waiting.
I don't know the answer. All I know that the answer is going to be way too late. No, did he get a deck? bum, bum. Need to not have WRMB. To be honest, one of the nicest parts about this crab rotation is the fact that you can send any character here with the new character transport for 5 mil. You end up right next to it. Because it actually places you on the node manager, which is even better. You get Rosalka corals, which you use to make the new Courage or Deep Seas, which I'm not even sure is really worth it. I mean, 30 per is quite a chunk. The blue whale oil for the... Yeah, blue whale oil you get from, well, obviously whale hunting. But the second more common source nowadays is just any sea monster. Any large sea monsters, including the hungry Hekaru and ocean stalkers, give blue whale oil occasionally now, and it's 1-to-1. Yeah, you're not gonna get a lot though. Like you do get the most when you join a whale hunting run, if you really want courages. But it's the same thing with the deep seas. You can go underwater gathering, but everyone knows how cancerous underwater gathering is. Um, unless you like it. I mean, there's some people out there that really love underwater gathering. I'm definitely not one of those people. Yeah. I'm getting these for the Rizalka corals. And yeah, Rizalka corals. Here. They're part of the new region to upgrade upgrade the life crystals. Instead of getting 10 mastery, you get 15 mastery and 7% life XP in one. So it combines the two crystals into one. So instead of 5% and 5% life XP and the 10 mastery, you get 7 and 15 in one. So you don't need to swap crystal setups anymore between mastery and life XP. I've already gotten 800 yesterday, which is enough for 8 crystals, and I need 600 more. No, no. I managed to, that was like 3.5 hours. I also uploaded a video about it. Oh, nice. We got 50 from that because of the minigame. 1 second. I can link you the video. Nice. I got 50 corals from a minigame crab. Always awesome. Yeah, it's half a crystal. I mean, like I said, 30 for a deep sea or courage. I mean, you do both of them with it, and in both cases it's 30 coral. It seems like a lot considering that you used to 2 coral crystals or 1 blue whale oil. At the same time, because you don't need either of those to make it, it's actually kind of reasonable. And I mean, existing courages in blue deep seas, you can convert with those Caphras essences, which you can get from the Caphras trees. Yeah, you get a few from that as well. Actually, I wanted to check, are the coral crystals on market? Oh wait, my maze are on cooldown. I'll need to wait and check. I think you just kept selling them like I did. Yeah. I had the 20k, and anything beyond that I sold. Then I briefly grinded a few more for the primordial crystals, and then yeah. But that was only like 500 that I invested in that. I had I had 78, and I got 16 left. Yeah, the drop rate is not that great. Like, I'm getting 4 to 5. And then obviously when you get the mini game, that's where you can get 40 to 50, and that's when it's good. Most of the time you do get mostly rocks, though. But it's a very chill rotation. You can extend it easily. And you can just send your character... Like, once you have the node, you can just send any character here and just empty their energy. I mean, I should have 2k mastery now. Oh no, still a little bit low. Yeah, so I'm still below 2k, but can't really get that higher right now.
Tell me if you need help.
Is there any way? No. There's no way I can get extra mastery. But you're not gonna get too much more. The mini games are static. I generally think with more mastery, you'll just get a slightly higher amount, like 5 to 6 instead of 4 to 5. So you can get up to 60 if you get the mini game, which is nice. Oh, you can't buy multiple tokens? Well, yeah, the it's the same thing with the Gem of Void on the Orzekia one. You pay your Gem of Void, you then have to exit, and then you can re-enter. Which kind of is a problem if you've obviously gotten your Alketa back to like phase 2 and then your hour ends. Because you reset the timer, which sucks a little bit. Yeah. Okay, there we go. We got 105, which means 500 more. Sorry, Degree. What did you say? The only one that is concerning comfortability is the DP now, but I mean that one's I've actually started deleting before patch Garmok data I entered. Because it's completely irrelevant now. I kept it for the like I'm keeping one like the last entry I made because funnily enough you can kind of see that that is like if I was above the cap, what I pulled then is roughly what you're pulling now if you reach that upper cap. So they actually did a pretty good job on like getting it to that level, but not being able to push it too much further now. I mean, I've heard from the NA PvP community negative things about it, but that's mostly because everybody feels the classes are so like so protected now that you can't get any gaps. But I mean, that's the NA community. They obviously have a lot more PvP heavy people. Yeah, but Jenk, what I mean is for us, you're more likely to run into somebody who has no idea about PvP than in their case because of the numbers. Well, they're more condensed on, let's say, knowledgeable PvP players. So they have a much higher chance of going up against somebody who does stick to a super armor combo. My problem is the fact that I can't. My brain just doesn't want to stick to a super armor combo. There is one with Drakania, but it's so awkward to do.
grow.
Yeah, but you're gimping the class massively, and then you have other classes that just have a ton of super armor. Yeah, which is shit design in the current space. Dude, to be honest, the only thing I would like to see is the fact that frontal guard does stop the fucking thrown CCs. Like, that is the worst shit that they still need to get rid of. Like, thrown CCs are fucking bullshit. Well, yeah, because you might be turning a little bit more to the left or a little bit more to the, like, away from that side. But on your... And that just... It's... It's the same thing with the frontal guard on a forward charging skill. It hits you from the front, but because you're moving forward, it still CCs you. I'm sorry, it should be a wall. It should not allow anything past you while you're moving forward. It's like a moving wall, and that's just sadly not the case. Yeah, that is different. Like, if you do a... For example, if I do my Drakania jump skill, and it moves me a good distance forward, and I land behind you, that is fine. Like, I am physically behind you at that point. But, but Mayu's throne CCs, for example, it's like she just looks in a general direction, has that AoE CC, and she bombards an area, and it's not even a cooldown skill. I mean, sure, it's got a cooldown, but it may as well not have one. Another solution for that would be just to extend the cooldown of the skill so that while it's on cooldown, it still does the damage, but no CC. I mean, I think that's currently the case, but the problem is that the cooldown is so short. Yeah, but it definitely feels like she's throwing way more CCs than 8 seconds. I mean, that's the biggest gripe from a lot of NA players right now from the Node War scene. That so many classes are so protected and the meta is currently there and you can't even move away from it. It's mostly the super armor classes mixed with the AoE CC classes. The thing is, PA has some imaginations for certain things. It's like the fact that they were like, oh yeah, Drakania can't build ions in PvP. We're gonna give it a frontal guard skill that you need to hit. I'm sorry. Fuck off, PA. May as well you may as well not give me another ion charge skill. Like they released it for PvP because people were too annoyed of constantly doing the WRMB, which takes 6 seconds cooldown to redo, and it doesn't actually charge that much ions. Yeah, yeah. But the problem is you can't charge it because you can't E-stab. You can't E-stab in PvP. It's completely unprotected. Sure, it's very fast, but you're never going to get that pulled off because one, you need to be right in their face. They need to be hittable. And then the moment you do it, you get CC'd from somewhere. Same problem with the 10 AP skill. The WC as well, sure, it gives ions now, which is really nice in PvE, but it's frontal guard. Frontal guard may as well be non-existent in PvP once you have more than 3 people. The Drakania is not mobile enough. Drakania can't escape that quickly out of a middle to the edge to then WC. Her side slide is too shit for that. PA is smoking something that where they're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a really smart thing. I mean, they changed that fucking skill to be like, oh yes, this is gonna be so people can charge ions in PvP. It's unusable in PvP. Even in AOS 3 versus 3, if you're somewhat as a team, you're still, as a Drakania, fucked 9 times out of 10 on positioning for frontal guards. Because you can't do damage from far away from the edge. The AoEs are fairly good size, but the problem is, her skills are too long, which means you need to be in the center to be able to, like, you need to be in the center of the brawl. But for that, they gave her too many frontal guards. I mean, before you could somewhat resist some attacks, but now that's not possible. Which means she is really struggling now. The only benefit is the fact that her shitty, which is still super shitty, stiffness on charged skill CC at least now hits when the person's not in super armor or frontal guard. That is somewhat nice. But the problem is charge skills are near impossible to pull off on Drakania because you can't chain them. If I could chain them and still do the charge attack, which then would allow me to do the stiffness on release, that would be awesome. But the fact that I can't do that, I effectively need to stop what I'm doing, Q block, because otherwise I'm just standing like a big fat idiot, and then I can do the skill and charge it. That's not gonna work. The fact that I need to stop all my skills to make sure it does not flow the skill, because everything flows into everything, is bad design. Hello, Ramononaka. Sorry about that. Eh, the no, the main problem is the fact that if I do, like, for example, no, it's C, it's a charge skill. Most of the time, though, the attack is identical if you flow it or if you press C while standing still. But the problem is, even if I'm holding C, if I did any other attack prior, any of them, because it does not matter what attack I do and then press C while that other attack is going, it's gonna flow it. Even if I continuously hold CC from the moment I started a different skill, it will still do the flow version, which does not charge and consumes ions. Now, if I could go and say, okay, I am holding C in a flow, it still does the charge animation, which then also technically allows me to, I mean, obviously it's a risk, but it's a super armor skill, so it's somewhat protected. If I could hold that to give myself that 1 to 2 seconds charge time to assess the situation or release early for the ion cost, at that point it would be a reasonable thing, because then you could even conserve ions occasionally because you're like, okay, I am in a good position, I can hold this skill, protect myself, and then save the ions, but still do the ion damage. That is currently not possible because it just flows the skills and your ions go away every time. Not enough. Because even from that, it seems to take it as a flow. And secondly, her Q is so damn slow to get in and out of. It's not like I can tap Q and then it goes. Yeah, but the problem is you don't have a cancel in that sense. Like, it's not going to cancel the previous skill and not take the C as the flow. I mean, that would be possibly another solution if that frickin' would work, but I've spoken to a lot of PvP Drakanias. Apparently, it does not work. I mean, it could be that I'm too stupid to pull it off. Maybe they're too stupid as well, but considering that some of these guys actually went to the top ranks of AOS, I'm pretty sure they know the class. Yeah, but for example, Get One Lead, he also does Node Wars on Drakania. Yeah, but even he says that the charge skill needs to be, they need to change it. The current way, the fact that it flows is a massive problem. Like, the flow is nice, obviously, because it's sometimes on 1 or 2 skills saves you that pre-skill or pre-thing. But the actual attack should still be able to be held and charged. And sure, charging is a massive risk because you're just standing there, but 9 times out of 10, you're just standing there anyway on Drakania because you're, well, casting a skill that you can't cancel out of. So if you have the choice to hold the skill and then release, that's a smarter thing because it also gives you that brief chance to stiffen as someone's coming in. Because the moment I release, I cause that weird stiffen to then, technically in PA's mind, do my damage on the class because they're stiffened. Which, I mean, good on paper, execution 1 out of 10? Yeah, I mean that stiffness on release it's nice, but the execution of it is just not very great. But that's mostly because you need to charge the skill to even get that chance. It won't do that if you just release. No, Drakania has one, a single one, WRMB. WRMB does not need to hit anything, but the problem is it does not give a lot of ions. You need to do that skill 5 times to fully charge your ions, and that is gone in 2 big skills. I mean, that was another thing that Get once said as a possible solution. Make the WC, you know, the one with frontal guard that you can't really use because you need to hit somebody. If they would make that also charge ions no matter, like, hit or not, that might also be a solution because at least you can jump between 2 skills and charge up ions in the back lines before going back in. I mean, you would still be at a massive risk for those Megus that effectively just look in a general direction and CC things, but yeah. Yeah. But I mean still, it's effectively you'd be swapping between a super armor and a frontal guard to charge your ions. But that would be somewhat more reasonable. But in the current way, you can barely charge ions. Occasionally in Guild League, I had to risk that E-stab. I was looking for those gaps where I could E-stab on somebody that was CC'd really quick before doing the next down attack skill when somebody else gave a knock just to try to get ions because I ran out. And it's such a big damage difference between ions and no ions that you kind of need them. Yeah, it's recharging them is really difficult, but I think it's the same problem that kind of Wukong has of the initial having to charge that. Technically, if Wukong has more skills where he could charge it without touching anybody, that would also be a bit better. Yeah, I mean, that would be another thing. If they would make the WC super armor, that would be another solution because then you could at least throw it when you're up close and personal, and charge some ions in your combo. But currently, the only one is the WRMB, and it doesn't charge enough. Yeah, but that's that just takes away the identity. I mean, the yes. I mean, the other solution for that, I mean, you could force that, I guess. You could take away the prime skill and use the absolute. Yeah, it's not the way you should do it, but to be honest, It's it's too tedious, Jank. At the same time, I still feel like one of the very simple solutions would be allow me to charge my skill if I hold the button, even if it comes from a flow. Because there is quite a few of those skills that are super armor, which is okay. I mean, you're completely stationary, which sucks, obviously. But yeah, but the big thing is you're still doing the energy drain, aka mana drain. You're standing still, and if you fully charge it and then release, you don't use the ions. And that is fair enough. Like, that is a big, hey, I am risking by standing here to not use my ions. And that is a great system. Like, on paper, I really love that system. And it would really help. But the problem is, because it doesn't allow you to do that from a flow of the skill, that is the problem. That would actually alleviate a lot already, and then more Drakanians would probably be like, okay, I'm gonna hold and charge this skill to the end, because I'm currently in a good position, or I hold charge, side slide, and then release. That's another option, to avoid the ion charge usage, but still get the ion damage, at the risk of just standing there like an idiot. Yeah, but that causes massive issues for PvE again. $283. Crap. How are you, Ramanonaka? Sorry, somebody in guild chat just started a discussion. I know I'm one of the very few. But yeah, hope you actually I should actually quickly do that. 1 second, 1 second. Um I should add this as a timer. Command group Black Desert. I have not been able to grind the new area. I also only completed the quest up to the castle currently, which is like here. And then I immediately went for, I went north looking for coral crabs, and then I found this rotation. I did make a video, I just linked it. Because this is actually a really nice rotation, and even though the only downside is you have people riding through here the entire time, but that's probably going to become less. The nicest part is you can come here by land by going on the outer edge. Like, you just ride the outer side. You can come by boat. You can actually park your boat here in the bay. And you can gather the Rizalka corals here in a nice rotation. I still need 300 more, and then I have enough to convert all my crystals. I was gonna go bartering, but then I thought, I'm missing out on so much XP. I'm just gonna get these crystals done first. I mean, this is life skilling. You should be able to be gear ready for this. Also, the quest is not gear dependent. So as long as you finish the Edania quest, which is also very much doable on lower gear, because it's not the same fight. You can do the quests, go all the way up to Edania, and I would say like you arrive and then you talk to the Kinsa Sanctuary here. And once you've completed that part of the quest, you're golden to go explore life skilling. I mean, I remember, at least I think you liked life skilling, and like I said, up here's good. There's some Caphras trees, obviously, in this area. Here it's mostly elder trees. Like, all those trees up there are elder trees. And getting the Rosalka corals, I mean, downside is their max price is 1 million. Actually, I should actually check if there are. Yeah, there's none in stock. Ooh, 28,501 Rosalka coral pre-orders. But they're not at max price yet. I mean, um, I would say this is a good alternative for pilgrims now. The problem is with the max price of 1 million, it doesn't feel like the drop rate's not that great. I mean, I've been here now 76 minutes. That's 45 minutes. Yeah, 45 minutes because I repopped the seafood cron. I've used up 300-ish energy and I got 295 Rosalka corals. So that's 300 mil worth just in those, and I've gotten 2,000. Yeah, I mean, close. Pretty close. I mean, I get 4 to 5. I'm guessing 2K Mastery might give you 5 to 6, but I don't know yet. I mean, the problem is when you obviously get a mini game on the 4, you get 40, which is a bit of a downside. I mean, you get a few blue and white crystals, but they're really rare. The corals are trash. I mean, obviously you have the bit of dust anyway, but it's nothing too crazy on the other drops. I mean, it's mostly the Rosalka coral and rough stone. I mean, could... I mean, you're both grinding. Wait, I'll just check. Rough stone. $25,000, so 25 times 2,444. That's actually... Okay, so 45 minutes right now. I got 244 stones, which is... What did I just have on the calculator? 61.1 mil if you sell them pre-taxes. So you can probably say it's like 300-ish. Actually, no, like 400, 500 mil an hour. Yeah, I mean, you have to keep swinging. Obviously, I think a class that can kill a bit faster is probably better. I mean, I would say there's two things that is nice. The spot is super accessible via the new character movement or character transport. That obviously cuts 10 mil off your profits if you consider sending them there and back. Um, you have to go all the way past Jordine's castle. It is quite a distance, and the annoying part is it tries to send you through Jordine's castle instead of on the outer edge of the map, like, place. So it is a bit of an annoying ride. I mean, I would say this might be an alternative to pilgrims. You could even add the rocks that are near the stoneback crab, and then you get vanadium and titanium, but yeah, I don't need those, so... I mean, there's quite a few rocks here to gather near these stoneback crabs. And then there's also like a rock field. I think these are all gatherable as well. I mean, around these few crabs, they definitely are. Let's actually check here. Oh no, these are not gatherable. Oh no, there are a few in there. Yeah, there's a few gatherable rocks in there. But, I mean, overall, I would say it's a decent spot, especially because it's the only way to get these corals. And under the, like, initially for the crystal, I would say, like, if you're gonna get the crystals, gather them yourself. It's not worth buying the 100 million. At the same time, if you're gonna be doing alchemy yourself, like, I don't think it's going to be worth going to collect to sell. But if you're going to collect the Rusalka coral to make the upgraded deep seas and courages, that's where I would say, okay, this is worth it. And the main reason I would say getting, like, farming these the way I'm farming them right now for the deep sea and courage is worthwhile simply because you don't have the stupid time-gated bullshit of the deep seas and courages at base. Yeah, I mean, I'm really just looking at it from the making use of the coral yourself, and that would definitely be worth it. With the max price of 1 million, I don't think it's worth really selling. You will have the person that's gonna occasionally just mine and sell, but I don't see it happening a lot. I think most people are just gonna gather their own supplies. I mean, even more considering the fact that blue whale oil and coral crystals are kind of annoying to get. I mean, obviously you get a few from Sales because you're killing the sea monsters and they drop them now. But the supply is not... It's not enough to supply the people grinding. And considering now that you can bypass it... I mean, sure, you can upgrade the courages, which is great with the Caphras. But the fact that you have a bypass of those limited resources with this one, which is still limited, but definitely more available... I think these are probably going to be the go-to to make those upgraded courages and deep seas. I just don't think the supply is going to be there. It's going to be very stable at max price, but I don't think the actual supply is going to be there. Yeah, but those are the same people that'll probably just make the courage and deep sea themselves and then sell it. Oh, from the perfume itself, yes, yes. That supply will be fine. I also think the actual courage and deep sea supplies will be better because I don't think... I expect some people to obviously convert up, But I don't think that will be the main source of these. The main source will be from the bosses themselves that people get as a reward, plus the, well, coral supply. Oh, the Jamie. To be honest, I still that is one of those systems that is still so shit. The fact that simple alchemy does not have mass processing. To be honest, that would be the easiest solution for the problem. Yeah. What I mean is, remove the extra item and just use the processing stone. It would also incentivize people to go for the processing. Like, set yourself up with processing gear, get the mastery, because at that point, you're doing big stacks. And I actually think that would also make the blue elixir, like generally all elixirs, much more available and make the Imperial Alchemy better. Well, Imperial Alchemy from buying, like the cooking. Just because more people would convert. Actually, I think I'm gonna quickly log this. Yeah, I should be able to enter that on Garmoth. I mean, right now I'm doing it on a fairly slow Guardian on the, well, killing speed. Let's actually try to pull Garmoth up real quick. The second screen, 1 second. Okay, 666.
We the fairies love honey. Honey, honey, honey. And right here.
Okay, let's put this in real quick. I'm gonna mark this. So 666 plus 2,512. Where's the Kafras? Oh, not that many. 4, 7, and how much Rosalka? 381. Okay, that is reasonable. Oh, 381 Rosalka coral at the end of 1 hour. So that would be like 12 elixirs. In the end it was 667 mil an hour. including the rough stone, black gem fragments, everything, just all together. It's very simple rotation. The only downside right now is that a bunch of people ride through the area, but I think there's like a quest that gets them to run past here, north of Nymphomare Castle. I mean, to be honest, that I still feel is the biggest benefit for this spot. The fact that you can just send a character right onto it. It kind of like Pilgrims. I mean, I think Pilgrims you can definitely make a bit more, but I mean, here you get an item that you can actually use, while at Pilgrims you're just collecting for the sake of collecting. And it's definitely a lot more maid-friendly, because the main resources you're dropping is rough stone. Sure, occasionally you're getting the coral pieces, but you don't get that many of them. I mean, what was it? 37 coral pieces? That's nothing. Oh wait, I forgot the white and blue. Wait. Crap. It doesn't even have the rough translucent crystal available.
Don't you think I eat too much honey these days?
I mean, they're roughly the same price, so 53 plus 63, that's 106? No, 116. Yeah, okay, barely any difference on the pricing. Ooh. Move the chat filter again. Yeah. That would be good, I'm full. I mean, with my current, well, Rizalkas from last night, I'm now at 431, which means I need 170-ish. Then I'm done with getting them for my crystals, at least. And I still got 290 energy to burn on this character. Well, I'd hope you clean and not do something else with that vacuum. I mean, PA added that to the Monster Zone info, which is also nice. I kind of wish they'd do it for the others. Yes and no. I like the fact that they added titles. I hate the fact that they didn't add any for the fish. And I rated more Mochi yesterday, and PM Polly came in and was like, "Hey, do you want to ask some questions?" And I loudly voiced my opinion that I am very disappointed that the fish have no titles. It's, I mean, it's partially about the title, but more about the fact that I find it so sad that Eternal Winter, Doomkroon, and so many others just don't have the fishing titles the same way that it used to be. Because it was always, you got your enthusiast, you got your prince, and then you got a lovely pun-based one. And they've just given up on those, even though they're so great. Some of the best titles are stupid fishing titles, just because they're like a funny pun. And I'm just sad that they don't have those in currently. Well, yeah, true. You do get every once in a while some platinum and silver ore as well,
Wherever you go.
but it's such low amounts it's barely noticeable. I need to give Jordine a try tonight. I mean, I'll probably do or continue my quest real quick, pass Jordine, and then attempt the fight. Yeah, that's why I'm probably gonna do the quest and then go for him, so I have like a baseline idea. Like not going completely blind, but also not watching a video on it. Dum, 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 dum. Actually, let me double check Global Lads if it's up yet. Oh, yeah, it's up. Let's quickly check it. Oh, more class damage changes. Oh god, this is gonna be a long one. Awakened Warrior. I mean, if I send you the link, will you still be nice enough to just run it in the background? But once I upload. I mean, in most of these cases, it looks like the small adjustments again, like 200, 300% on the scale with PvP being adjusted. It's PvE only. It's up on all the classes, but like up to. I mean, some skills are going a bit higher, but most of them are like 100, 200% higher than the previous value. Oh, Witch, Dark Knight, Fighter, well, Striker, Sage, Meigu, Deadeye. God damn it, no Drakania. God damn it, dude. Okay, it's the Alan Serban update. The treasure item thing. When you defeat a monster in a hunting ground where you could obtain the existing treasure materials, you can obtain the paint item of that hunting ground. Right-clicking the paint item to use will change points to the landscape painting of that hunting ground. You can charge multiple paints at once. 10,000 points are charged per paint item. Oh god. Activate the checkbox in the upper right. Oh my god, multiple checkboxes can be activated and applied simultaneously. No, even... I mean, yeah, but you could even go... grind all of them and then go Olin's and just get Olin's with everything active, including compass and map. And telescope. I mean, you can... It just... I mean, I'm gonna double check this when I read through it properly, but, like, on initial glance, it says you can activate as many as you want. And you can also charge as many as you want. I mean, the charging is done via a paint item that is 10,000 points. I don't see how many points. Okay, wait a second. When Ella Servant's Landscape is activated when hunting in a hunting ground, the recommended AP of 300 or higher. You will be able to obtain treasure items that could be obtained in hunting grounds with a checkbox set according to set probability. So no percentages. However, Ella's Servant's Landscape painting will not be applied when the hunting ground is the same when you have it activated, so you can double drop. Hunting grounds that provide the same items, such as City of the Dead and Dark Seekers, are also not affected at the same time. Oh, you can't use City of the Dead at Dark Seekers and vice versa. Ella Servant's landscape painting does not apply in party hunt. Oh, it does not apply in Olin's. It does not apply in a party hunting ground. Ella Servant's landscape does not apply when you're in a party with other adventurers as well. With the addition of Ella Servant's... Oh, wait, Starlight Vein. Is that it on the Starlight Veins? Yes, it was. With the addition of Ella Servant's landscape, the tag Ella Servant's landscapes has been added to the adventure hunting grounds information. Okay. Scroll back up. No, Shy is not on the list at all. Okay, I can see Rhodes, Sulfur, Pilaku, Akman, Histria, Sakraya, Paddix, Ash, Olens.
May the blessing of nature be with you.
I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Oh no, sorry, that's Krypton Olens. Okay, then you have, yeah, then probably just the Ulukita ones. I don't see any mention of Null. Well, technically it is Moss Maps, but yeah, not the direct drop. No idea. Oh, the Jinbon 1 life crystals are here. They can, yeah, for the Karatot slot. When you wear a Prion, you can accept Or is it? There it is. The Jin plus 15 life XP gain. Lower price 1.88 bill, upper price 7.5 bill. How do you make it? 1 Essence of Dawn, 30 Traces of Nature, and 500 Magical Lightstone Crystals. Crystal of Dawn, 5 life experience. What? Yeah. Silver embroidered being removed. As the silver embroiders have been removed, compensation will be paid. Oh, yeah, there's the Crystal of Dawn life experience, true Dawn, blah, blah, blah. But then the question is, how do you get them after the silver ones got removed? That doesn't seem to be very clear. Jinbon 1 crystals can be crafted. Essence of Dawn, Trace of Nature, Magic Lightstone Crystal. Oh, wait. You make 1 Essence of Dawn with Nature and Magic Lightstone Crystals. That gives you a Crystal of Dawn life experience. And then 5 of those makes the next highest. And then... Oh, wait. No, wait, you can break them back down? Oh no, you heat 5 of those and then you get the upgraded version, I guess. By heating life experience points, you can obtain 25, 5, and 1 Dawn Essence, respectively. Yeah, this is kind of unclear on how to get them. It's... previously announced. Oh, wait. Mining minigame. A quest has been added to obtain the Silent Grade Ancient Armor when the... Oh yeah, that's the Tuvala thing being reaffirmed. Yeah. Yeah, just the stats for the deck Tuvala. Oh. Mind the rock. Edania weekly, the throne qualification, Ethereum's entrance attack power is set to 350. Oh! Wait. No, that's down. We balance boss Jordine's monster DP around Pen Blackstar subweapon, however, this has made the fight more difficult for adventurers using Sovereign subweapon. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because of the difference that they made. However, since our goal was to make Jordine more approachable, boss, we've adjusted his DP so that those with Sovereign subweapons can take on the challenge as well. That is kind of funny. The defense of monsters appearing during the Ethereum quest has been reduced by 8%. The location of the following monsters has been adjusted. Mercenary possessed by Black Spirit, a swordsman possessed, a knight consumed, Valkyrie consumed. The location of mermaid monsters consumed has been adjusted. Okay. Yeah. White groupers are not just there though, they're also like Magoria. Oh yeah, true. Your rod's gonna break, but you still get the base rod. How is that going through? Oh wait, they're changing from... Okay. Yeah, you don't need to have your pet fed for that. Following titles can be gotten through the Edania questline. Blah, blah, added voiceover. A buff application status effect has been added that allows you to check details of currently applied buffs. Oh, that thing is coming out? Okay. I mean, we can see the formula. A times... I mean, for horse training, they show A times... Oh. 100% plus B? Oh, wait, go back. Go back, you idiots. I want to see... Go back to the horse training. It's a GIF, so it loops. 100% plus B. Then it does plus C plus D. Then it takes that times A, and then it adds 3 more things at the back. Oh my god, these formulas. Yeah, it's like 100% plus B in brackets, plus C plus D in a separate bracket. Wait, let it loop. And then it does another plus 1.5 times E times 100% plus F. And that is all in brackets. So that then goes times A. I screenshotted the one for, I think, combat XP, it looks like. Like, it's got two swords crossed. A times B, but that is taken plus 100% plus C. Then they at first add the D, they add E, then they add F, and then that is added to B to then get multiplied by A. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's no extra multiplication. The one above it, the horse training one, that one's more complicated. It could be Mount XP. But that one's like, you got the 100 plus B plus C plus D. Then that gets added to the 1.5 times E. And then it does the times 100 plus F, and then it goes to the A. Multiplied again. Oh, that is gonna be kinda mean, but they're changing something to Party Finder. You can set a minimum level AP and DP. The minimum level can be set to level 60, minimum attack power can be set to 370, and defense to 440. Adventurers who do not meet the minimum requirements cannot apply. It feels kind of mean, though. I mean, true, it's not as relevant anymore. But I remember I got excluded from Olin's even though I had the stats just because I was not a fucking meta class. Oh, the all-in-one preset is being pushed back a little bit. Fixes and changes. Oh god, that's a lot of fixes and changes. Oh, to be honest, the worst part is going to be the character skills again. Even more so because it's barely any changes. It's like plus 200% or something. Yeah, but no, Jenk. I keep it in one with the chapters. It definitely runs a little better that way. The main thing I've actually, I mean, you guys are numbers guys. Do you really care about the exact number before the change. So, but yeah, but for example, I mean, just as an example, I would say Crush 3 going up to 4,336. The initial number is like 4,280. So like, but if you would feel as a numbers guy, it's enough if I go balancing strike going up from 4,600 to 5,000, even though it's 4,688 to 5,063. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's some of the black spirit skills have those. Yeah. I mean, the difference overall on some of these skills, they're going from like 1,774 to 1,863. So it's like that's not even 100%. That's like 90% difference. Yeah. Oh, but then I stumble more. Then I stumble definitely a lot more. I think I might just say like a tiny increase of 1,538 then, and just say the number again, and then on the second damage, say it goes up from 6,700 to 6,900. I mean, sure, if they care about the entire number, they can go watch by Septimus. I mean, the problem with the global lab number names is usually the names of the skills. They're so weirdly translated at times. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna make Balamut happy. Duck Wizard is going up in bigger numbers, like sometimes up to 1,000. Well, it's only Awakened Warrior, not Succession. I mean, the thing with Drakania now is she doesn't need to, like, damage buffs. Like, damage wise, she's fine. She's really great. She needs mechanical adjustments. I mean, there is one thing that is kind of quality of life. On the river was the Black Spirit, I think. Yeah, that's the Prime. Or was that the Flow? No. Flow. The river is Flow. And I think that's the RMB skill, which I know a lot of people actually have locked that play Drakanias, because it's like when you kind of get stuck in like a triple RMB stab, because you just keep stabbing him in the face with it. But that's because you press it and then it does the skill, and then you get stuck. But now the pre-attack motion is apparently 20% faster. So it might be okay to unlock it again because you're not spending as much time stuck in it. Like, the damage was okay, it's just you get stuck in it with the RMB. Oh wait, there is two things on Shine. The issue with the flooring technique was not linked after using the Gurur technique. Okay, that is probably something badly translated. And hey, hey, the description of the skill that incorrectly stated that gravity would be reduced has been corrected. Okay. But apparently the damage changes were pretty good in PvP. Yeah, I mean, Wutaro absolutely ripped Choice a new one. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a big problem for Drakania, that it's very super armor heavy, and the problem is even these super armor skills, you can't change them good enough. Like, there's always that tiny gap. Well, yeah, because a lot of them don't do any CCs. Oh, I am so close. I got 108 energy left, and I need another 70 Rosalka corals. Then I have my crystals. Yeah, but the Aquads I think still aren't very common on market. You're best off grinding those and then buying the... Yeah, Iki mentioned that they pretty much got bought out. Either either somebody is making a big brain money play and trying to manipulate the market because he's expecting everybody to move away from Orsekia, which I mean it's what I mean most people run Aquads already. Yeah, it that's all it is. It is 2 monster AP. Ooh, 50 more. I don't even know anymore because the pop-ups are glitched. Oh, exactly 50 corals. Yeah, I know. Actually, do I have one of those energy things on this character? No.
I am content if I could be of help for your adventure.
Okay, use of those pearl inventory energy things, 'cause I never use them anyway. I don't think they're gonna sit on market. You'll be able to pre-order them, but that's about it. Like I said, I don't think so. I think the people that will collect these a lot will use them themselves. And once they have their crystals, they're still using them themselves because they'll be using them on the upgraded deep sea and courages. No, the Rusalka Coral is only available by killing the crowds and gathering. There is no Rusalka Coral node. The Caphras, the Caphras sap and whatnot to make the other stuff, that is available as a node, but not the Rusalka Coral. I mean, that still exists. I mean, I'm gonna double check what the. Actually, wait. Fuck off already. I'm just kidding. Oh, be careful. Be careful. I'm gonna power grind and then I'm gonna pass. No, I'm never gonna pass you. No, I would need to tap so many Octanov Sovereigns. I don't have the essences. I don't think they'll nerf it again. This is the this is the second time. Even last week, it was tiny adjustments, like 100, 200%. They're doing the fine tuning on those numbers currently. Come on, please, 50 corals. Shit. $45 corals. Well, it's nice to know that the Karazad one is just going to be life XP. And just trying to finish this so I can then transfer the gear to the horse trainer so I can actually do the patch note read. Yeah, I think you need to go. I need to go around it because I don't have the quest done, I guess. Yeah, I know. The autopath tries to take you through the castle.
Tell me if you need help.
Come on. Why do people always have to ruin the rotations? It's like, are you fucking blind? Wait, you can get coral crystals from these? That's not bad, but it's the first time I've gotten them. No, I just sometimes there's a guy who comes in, ruins the rotation by killing like 4 or 5 stoneback crabs, and then just moves on. Because the thing is, if I have a few mini games, I get behind on the rotation. Like the crabs are spawned by the time I get there. If I don't have any mini games, there's no crab to hit because they're all still respawning when I complete the loop. But it's so fucking annoying that some people are like so fucking blind or oblivious. It's like I mean, yesterday with my main, I just flagged up. I didn't hit them, but I flagged up. It was like a, dude, you do one more crab, I'm just gonna swing. They they should have done the I mean, the one EVE Online system wouldn't work. The Wanted system, that one wouldn't work at all because EVE Online had 2 systems in place. One, you had well, red players as you have them here, and then you also had a Wanted system, so you could place like a bounty on somebody. But to get that bounty paid out, they couldn't just ask their friend to kill them. No, because it would pay out the bounty according to the value of the ship you were in. So, for example, if you would go on a Tuvala Timmy character, I would get close to no payout on killing you for the bounty. While if you have your full armor on and you would lose a bunch of stuff because obviously, you know, EVE Online has the loss of items. You would actually get like a punishment for getting killed, and I would get rewarded for having killed you in your expensive shit. I would get a fairly sizable payout on top of whatever I can loot from your corpse. Or wreckage, in the case of Eve. The second system was, but I think they changed that one in Eve as well. It was, you could do a one-sided deck, but when you did, the cost would slowly increase over time for the deck being up if it's one-sided. And then the moment your corporation ran out of money, the game would be like, yeah, you didn't pay your bill, war is cancelled. I mean, it wouldn't be perfect, but I mean, in the end, it would allow you to briefly deck on people, pay the one-time fee, plus maybe a little extra if you let it run on for an hour, and then it would just cap out after, like, well, 48 hours, and then at that point it would cost you like a few hundred million just to keep the war up each hour. And that hurts after a while. Effectively, by doing that, you make it not worthwhile to grief a guild for multiple weeks because it would just bankrupt your guild. Ooh, I got it. 629 coral crystals. I did. No, I didn't see anything. No, they just talked about Sovereign being worse at Jordan at base than Blackstone. Because you don't have the AP gain to counteract the loss as much of monster AP. Wait, I'm just gonna repop a seafood prawn for this 40 energy. Sadly, it's temporary again. Oh no, the Duskwing. Yeah, for killing Jordine, I think. Completing some part of the quest is enough to get it. Because they would have had to keep it exclusive for the Siege guilds, even though you can't really use Doomcaller outside of Siege. To be honest, the thing I'm more curious of is if they patched out the bugs I reported. Yeah, like I said, I'm just curious if they've patched out the well, sort of exploits with Duskwing since the last time they released it. He has implemented a lot of teleports nowadays in the quests, and it saves you a lot of time. At the same time, people will be complaining anyway. They're like, "Oh, I got too many load times in my quests." But at the same time, it's like, well, do you want to walk it again, like we used to? Yeah, currently. Okay, time to horse train a bit. Yeah. Shoulders. Okay, let's get these corals.
They call me a slacker with storage because I like to read. All the while they just continue being stupid. I've never forgotten a customer, what they stored or what they said.
600 sharps. And finally 600 magical, right? Yeah. And then we need 160? I think so. Actually, no, I think it's 1,800, so... let's just grab 200 of these. Oh god, what's that? I always forget. What's simple alchemy? Yeah, it was simple alchemy. Time to get my 8 crystal extraction tools. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, wait, I need 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. Oh no, 12. I need 12. The easiest way to get to Edania would be to complete the Ataraxian 4th dungeon quest. Just the quest, which is easier to do. Then you get sent to the Society of Equilibrium, which is down here. You effectively talk through this quest, which is a small, like, 5-part quest in this area. Then you talk to Aliston again, and he will teleport you to Altanova, and then from here you get teleported up here. Option 2 is grab your boat, go here, there's a wharf manager. And then you just go or in the region. If you want to go for the coral crystals, you can also just drive straight up here. That would be another option. Because this is now apparently drivable. Because I saw a boat up here. So it should definitely be open for boat travel. Okay, one more crystal extraction. Come on. 12. There we go. So either you go the proper way through the quest, which once you arrive once you arrive here, you should actually no, you need to walk up here to get the Akinza Sanctuary knowledge. Once you have that knowledge, you can go into the Magnus and also talk to the Abyssal Well in there, like the exit. And you might have seen me do that yesterday, and then this unlocks as well instantly. To unlock this, you need both the knowledge inside Magnus and outside. If you just want to explore and gather, then I'd say take the boat.
This is steel made with Sherikhan blacksmithing. Other metals got nothing on this.
Extract crystals. There we go. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's a hell of a pierce a dragon's scales.
1, 2, 3. I'll probably try to organize a sort of event for Edania to walk through. But I first want to complete the quest tonight and also kill Jordine. Oh, come on. Okay, 3 minutes till the maid. Actually,
We do not show ourselves to just anyone.
pop these suckers in. Did I miscalculate? Oh no. Never mind. One of them was still in the inventory. 98% life XP and 210 extra mastery. Shouldn't have used up my maids.
Slagger with storage because I like to read. All the while.
Yeah, that's a smart choice. I'm not gonna get a lot of levels right now, or XP, but it'll do. Until the maids are off cooldown. There we go. I'm gonna do the record the patch note read in a moment. I just need to wait for the maids. What I linked? Yeah, that's a new life skill crystal. How much is the vital? $435 and the other one. 488. Okay, I'm sorry. That is not even remotely worth it. If I would buy both of the life crystals to then combine them, I'm sorry, that is not worth it in the slightest. 488, 433 mil for an 865 mil item. I mean, this is probably going to go to max, but I think the max was like 1 bill or 1.1. That still does not feel remotely worth the time it takes. Yep, 2055 training mastery now. Okay, very quickly gonna finally finish this quest. Oh no 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 no! Catch yourself. God, the nicest part about it is the fact that I will never have the wrong crystal set equipped anymore on life skills. Okay, so there's some things, for example, like when I horse train, I breed and catch horses. For horse catching, you generally want life XP because it's really good training XP. But for the actual breeding, you want mastery. That's a 2-7. So, I usually go for a sort of all-around artifact, which means my artifact set is usually a bit of XP and mastery both, or mount XP, something specific. While breeding, I need the mastery, so I would need to equip the mastery crystal set. And then after I'm done breeding, I'll go back to the, well, XP one. Because I'm going back to catch more horses. Now, I just have one crystal set and it does both. So I can't forget to swap the crystal set. Same thing for when I head back to town to sell the fish. Mastery does nothing for bartering. For trading, I mean. It has no effect on the sale price of the fish, nothing. So, if you have your mastery crystals equipped, you get absolutely nothing from that trade except for the money. If I do have the life XP crystals equipped, though, I get more trading XP, which then helps me down the road obviously get more down the road get more XP, which then equals more levels, which gets me more bartering, which gives me more bargaining silver, which means more money down the road. But most of the time, when I went to the trade manager to then sell the fish, I usually forgot to equip the life XP crystals again, because, well... So yeah, like this, I don't have that issue anymore, and I can't forget, because I don't need to swap. Ooh, PA broken old autopath. No, there used to be some that were broken. They fixed them, and now there's one that's broken again. It's the Shere Khan one. It doesn't take the mountain shortcut, but now it even fails on going to one of the locations. Which is kind of funny. Okay, time to get to... Time to go back to Duvenkroon, register the horse, and then we'll record the patch note video. I mean, it's the same thing, like, now I just get more training XP while still getting more mount XP thanks to passing the mastery, through the crystals. So it's really... These new crystals are a win-win. They're worth doing, not even just for the combined, it's even just the fact that you get a 2% extra life and 5% extra mastery. Not 5%, 5. Excuse me. Yep, we're all going. I'm just gonna register the tier 7 icon. Ooh. Oh, instant Imperial delivery, nice. Oh crap, I lost that data. Okay, I'm gonna refill the water bottle because I'm gonna need to drink quite a bit for this patch note because it's a big one. I'll be back in just a tiny moment, and then we'll get to the patch note read. There we go. Up the browser. We have the Alan Serban's buff calculator. Okay, we're gonna grab the thumbnail real quick for the highlight. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna go to the video capture, pull up the browser. Okay, doorbell. 1 second, I'll be right back. Oh, okay, I can't mute. God damn it. We're gonna need to figure out a different mute button at this rate. Okay, let's get the browser back. There we go. Hello and welcome everybody. We have the global patch notes for August 22nd, 2025. Let's get straight into it. We have some class changes coming up. So first off, we have Warrior Awakening getting damage adjustments. All adjustments are going to be PvE only. PvP damage is supposed to be adjusted in proportion. So we're looking at Burning 4 going up to 4,700. Glow Overwhelming going up to 4,600. Madness Breaker going up a tiny bit to 3,370 and 8,600. Merciless is going up to 5,000. Balanced Strike going up to 5,000 as well. The Flow Sack Strike going up to 4,200. Grave Digging up to 5,600 and 9,200. Crush 3 going up to 4,300, very small increase. Flow Reckless Strike going up a bit more to 7,604, and when the gathering is complete, the hit damage is 12,600. Flow Armor Breaking, the damage is going up to 4,900. The Tearing the Sky is going up by roughly 400 to 5,400, almost 500%. Flow Knee Kick going up to 3,900, and Flow Ankle Break going up to 5,000. Then we have Ranger Succession, it looks like, main weapon inheritance. So we have Honest Blade Wind going up to 4,000. Wind Gathering 3 going up to 1,538, very small on the hit strike. The Gathering Strike is going up a bit more to 6,944. The Arrow that Tears the Breath is going up a little bit to 1,800 for the up to 7 hits, and then the Gathering is Complete is going up to 4,300. The Flow Short-Lived Gale is going up to 4,000. Final hit damage to 4,200. Tiny increase effect here. Shooting the Blast of Wind going up also a tiny bit. The multi-arrow hit damage is going up to 1,238 with up to 11 hits. The additional hit damage is going up to 1,500. The Thrill of Nature is going up to 6,700. Recreation going up to 8,100, which is a 300% increase roughly. Then we have the Shackling Arrow going up 300% roughly to 6,400, and the additional Vine damage going up to 2,500. Windpath finally going up to 8,300, which is also a 400% increase roughly. Then we have the Sorg Awakening, same thing as the others, PvP damage being adjusted, so PvE only. Shadow Capture is going up a tiny bit to 2,000. Well, 2,000. Final hit damage also going up a tiny bit to 5,000. Black Spirit Shadow Capture going up as well to also 2,000, but the final hit damage is 7,100. Soul Harvest is going up to 3,600. Additional hit damage is going up to 4,800, roughly a 200% increase. Grim Reaper's Judgment is going up 500% on the hit damage to 9,000. And when using a fragment or gathering additional Reaper status, the damage dealt is going up and also 600 to 10,600. Black Spirit, the Judgment of the Grim Reaper, is going up by 800 roughly to 12,800. Karshan's Nightmare is going up very little to 5,074. Also, the additional hit damage is the same number. Soul Slicing is going up 200% roughly to 4,700, and the final hit is going up by the same amount to 6,200. Swirling Darkness is going up by roughly 300%, a little less, 6,600 in the end, with 7,143 on the second hit. Blade Hits is going up to 5,180, very small increase. The also very small increase on the Dark Blade effect to 928% per hit, up to 12 hits. And then the Flow Scream of Darkness, the Dark Blade effect is going up a very tiny bit to 1,398 times 2 explosion damage per Blade of Darkness. Then we got Berserker Succession, also going up a tiny bit on the Flow Destroyer of the Mad, is going up 200-ish% to 4,500. The additional hits is going up a little bit more to 5,270. Wind Cutting Beast is going up to 7,530. That's almost a 800% increase on both hits. Then Fierce Attack is going up a 600% to 5,700 up to 2, and the same on the second hits. The Beast State is going up to 4,000%. Then we have the Predator Hunt going up 500-ish% to 5,300. The last hit is going up by 900% almost to 9,000. The Reign of Terror is going up significantly as well, going up to 9,500, almost 600. So actually 9,599. And the last hit is going up to 8,228. Then we have the Ancient Waves going up to 9,490, again a 1,000% increase. Then we have the Desolation going up by 1,000% to 8,400. Then we have the Hunting the Weak going up by a little less to 4,300. Rock Push 3 is going up very little to 2,000. And the additional hit is going up a bit more by 400% to 5,200. The Attack of the Beast, again, a good increase on the first hit to 5,400. And the Knee Slap going up by 300% to 4,000. Then we have Musa, main weapons. The Flow Garum 4 is going up a very tiny bit on the first hit to 2,600. The additional hit damage going up a tiny bit to 4,900. The Retreat 3 going up a small bit to 3,100. Teaching the Blind going up to 3,600. Fury 3 going up a bit more than the others, going up to 8,400. Reverse 4 going up to 3,000, very little increase there. Small increased damage from hitting with the sword, and the Sign Sword Spinning Slash hit is going up a tiny bit to 1,600. Waterfall is going up a bigger chunk to 5,570. Flowering going up 200-ish% on to 2,400. And the additional hit damage going up almost 600% to 6,500. The Flow Destruction is going up a tiny bit on the first hit to 1,500. And the Destruction when learning Decapitation, additional hit damage is going up to 3,800. Young Yeoman Flow is going up to 7,900. And then finally, Splitting Mount Tai is going up a tiny bit to 6,800. Then we have the Ninja Succession. Shadow Slash is going up 500% to 3,500. Crescent Moon Slash is going up to 8,800. That's almost a 1,500% increase. The Ankle Slash is going up significantly as well to 8,700%. Stab the Vital Point going up 600% to 3,600. Aiming for the Heart is going up by almost... That's 2,600% to 7,800. The Flow Foxclaw going up to 1,957. and the second hit going up to 3,900. Then we have the Black Moonlight going up to 2,500, very small increase there. Commendation hit going up to 8,400 with a 400% increase on the second hit, second section of the skill. Beheading the Dead is going up 400% on the second hit. First hit unchanged. No, first hit also 400% up. So 6,800 on and 4 on all hits. The Rotating Blade is going up to 9,600 on the first few spinning hits. The additionals are going up to 3,600. The Heavy Rain Upward Strike is going up to 2,200. The Commendation hit is going up to 5,600, almost 700. And then the Explosion hit is going up to 4,800. The Flow Rampant is going up to 4,100. Sword Attack to 3,600. And the Explosion hit to 4,100. Escape from Commendation. Actually, no, that's not Flow, that's Black Spirit. The Escape from Commendation is going up to 7,930. Big increase there. And on the additional hit, going up like 800% to 5,600. Then we have Murder of the Spear going up to 4,500. Evasion of the Spear Murder going to the same amount. Then we have the Smokescreen going up to 5,580. Cloud Moonlight going up to 9,300. The Illusion of Bondage going up to 2,900. Very small increase there. Ninjutsu Decapitation going up a good chunk to 5,380 on all hits. Goblin Slash going up to 4,100. And Goblin Claw going up to 3,100 and 4,700. Then we have the Kunoichi Awakening. Guangyun Chu is going up to 4,500. Sonan Sahamu 4 is going up to 3,800 on the first three hits. The last hit is going up to 6,600. Moonsway, the charge hit is going up to 2,900. So is the last hit. Flow Tip going up to 6,300. Half Moon Slash going up to 2,700. Shocking Strike going up to 1,800 with the Moonlit Strike going up to 2,600. Moonlit Blast also going to 2,600. Hyun Mew going up to 4,200. Very small increase here. Flow's Circle Dance going up a small amount to 3,700. Rainy Moonlight going up more significantly to 9,900. Rookie Struggle, somewhat significant change, going up to 5,000. Public Indignation going up a good chunk to 8,900. Yakyung Tan going up to 10,000. Rihun going up to 5,600. Black Spirit Moonsway going up to 4,300, and the last hit also 4,300. The Black Spirit Sonan Samu going up to 8,800 on all hits. And the Saha Rihun Rampage going up to 7,500. Then we have the Wizard Succession. That should be it. Succession, main weapon inheritance. We have the multiple magic missiles or arrows going up to 5,100. That's a good increase. Same thing on the additional hit damage. Fireball is going up to 6,900. Flame Blast going up to 8,500. Almost 900% increase. Flame Blast going up a little less to 6,800. Meteor Fall Wide Area going up to 4,500. And the Meteor Impact damage going up to 8,900. Meteor Fall Focus going up all the way to 15,000. That is a massive increase from 11,700. Lightning Storm High Pressure going up a good chunk as well from 7,700 to 9,200. Lightning Storm Strike going up also to a huge amount to 7,700. Residual Lightning Link going up a little bit to 2,600 and 2,800 respectively. The high pressure version of the Residual Lightning going up to 5,400. The Current Discharge going up a good chunk to 5,300. That's over 1,000. Then we have the Current Discharge Diffusion going up more, roughly 3,000%. No, 3,500 to 13,800. Then we have the River Cold Fog Suppression going up over 1,000. No, about 1,000 to 8,800. Blizzard Territory going up a little bit, less than 1,000 to 5,600. Blizzard Storm, also less than 1,000 increase to 4,800. Additional hits going up to 3,200. Earthquake Destruction going above 1,000 gain to 18,000. Fireball of Destruction is going up to 5,700, less than 1,000% increase. Then we have less than 1,000 on the current wave, going up to 8,900. Small increase on the Water Curtain Explosion to 2,800 and 8,600 when linked after another skill. The Balance Collapse is going up above 1,000, going to 11,500. Infertility is going up to 4,300 on all hits. Then we have Wizard Awakening. The Water Curtain Rupture going up to 3,200, going down actually by 300%. We also have damage going down on the Baptism of Fire to 8,700. Lava Eruption going down 500% to 6,150. Water Bead going down to 3,600. Flow Water Bomb going down to 5,700. Rushing Water going down 400% to 6,400. Karma, the mag effect is going down 300% to 4,700. And 100% to 2,300 on the mag effect. Strengthening by Mag's Wrath is going down a little bit by 100% roughly to 2,300. Fireball of Destruction going down to 9,900. Cataclysm going down to 7,700. Mag effect going down to 2,300. Cold Wave is going down a tiny bit to 4,500 on all hits. Black Spirit Karma going down to 6,200, and Mag effect going down to 2,325 again. Great Calamity going down from 11,200 to 10,500. Mag effect again at 2,325. And the Black Spirit Waterbead going down to 3,628. Then we have Witch Succession going up in damage. Multiple magic arrows, just like the Wizard, going up to 5,300. And 10,400 when attribute is activated. Fireball 3 going up to 6,900. Flame Blast Scatter going up to 8,500. Flame Blast Area going up to 6,800. Meteor Fall Wide Area going up to 4,000. And the Meteor Impact going up to 8,200. Meteor Fall Focus going up to 9,100. Lightning Storm High Pressure 8,400 as an increase. Lightning Storm Strike going up to 6,800. Residual Lightning going up to 2,600. Small increase there. And 2,800 on the following hits. The High Pressure version going up a tiny bit to 5,400. Big increase on the current Discharge Concentration going up to 5,300. Last hit going up to 11,300. Big increase there. Current Discharge Diffusion going up to 13,800. Again, a massive increase. Cold Fog Suppression going up 8,800, quite a bit. Then we have Blizzard Territory going up to 5,600. Blizzard Storm going up to 4,800. Additional hits to 3,200. Fireball Destruction going up to 5,700. Almost 800. Current Wave going up to 8,900. Then we have finally Water Curtain Explosion at 2,800 and 8,600 when linked. And Balance Collapse going up to 11,500. In the case of Awakening, similar to the Awakening Wizard, skills are going down in damage again, so Balance Breakdown 4 going down to 7,700. The Gore's Blessing is 7,700 as well. Wave of Cracks going down to 4,900, with the Gore's Blessing going up down to 6,500. We also have Brainstorm going down to 8,200. Baptism of Lightning going down 600% to 10,000. Current Wave going down to 5,800. Strengthening of Descent of Tet going down to 5,800. Lightning Bolt going down to 8,800. Thrones of Rejection going down a little bit to 3,680 and 4,800. Trials and Tribulations going down 200% roughly on the first few hits to 5,025. Gore's Blessing going down by a similar amount also to 5,025. Black Spirit Balance Collapse going down 600% to 9,400. And Black Spirit Lightning Storm going down 400-ish% to 5,900. Then we have Dark Knight Succession, Scratching the Madness going up a very tiny bit to 3,000. Similar on the following hits, going up to 4,000. Then we have Execution going up 300% to 5,300. Wheel of Fortune going up roughly 800% to 11,300. The True Story of Camisylvia going up a tiny bit to 7,600. Gathering hit damage going up a bit more to 15,000. Pitch Black Ashes going up a very tiny bit to 6,300. Madness of the Vidir going up to 13,400, almost 1,000% increase. Tilted Balance going up a tiny bit to 5,100. Permeating Darkness going up 300% to 8,700 on all hits. Air Raid going up 100% roughly to 3,200, and additional hit 4,300. Twilight Ride going up almost non-existent to 2,393. Less than 100 increase there, and less than 100 increase on the second to 2,154. Legacy of the Spirits going up a bigger chunk to 8,900. Then we have Blooming Black Rose going up by 200% to 4,800 and 6,700. Ashes of Madness going up a tiny bit to 3,000. Same thing for the Land of Vadir to 3,100. Dagger of Destiny going up to 1,575 and 5,100 respectively. And Pitch Black Oxidation going up to 3,800. Very tiny increase there. Then we have Striker Main Weapon, or Succession. The Black Spirit Knee Hammer going up 500% to 3,600. 300% increase on Equilateral going up to 3,900. 200% increase roughly on Bared Claws to 2,700. Sprint Release hit going up to 3,600. Red Fang going up roughly 700% to 3,200. Spirit Release going to 4,300, a 300% increase. Quote Move 4 going up to 4,600. And the last hit going up to 4,600 as well. Then we have a roughly 500% increase on Gung 4 going up to 4,200. Same for the Spirit Release. The Black Spirit Hoppo going up 400% to 6,300. Similar on the Spirit Release going up to 7,500. Black Spirit Nagashinyang going up to 4,200. Very small increase there. After collecting, also small increase to 5,800. The Black Spirit Great Wrath going up 200% to 5,800 and 300% on the Spirit Release to 7,000. Hungry Beast going up big chunk, almost 900% to 4,600. And the Black Spirit Axe Chopping going up to 5,200, a 300% increase. Then we have Sage Succession getting some changes. So the Black Spirit towards Retribution going up 400%. Space Shatter going up as well to 5,100, almost 200% increase. Same on the second hits, going up 300% to 7,200 roughly. Ator's Dojo going up a bigger chunk to 11,400. Ator's Breath going up to 13,500. The Great Collapse going up to 13,300. The Gate of the Void going up to 15,900. Illusion Development going up to 9,000. And the Black Spirit Oral Discharge going up to 8,000 and 5,300. And the Dimensional Compression going up to 3,500 on the first two hits, and the third hit going up to 5,000. Then we have Megu Succession, the Black Spirit Dance of the Heavenly Way going up a tiny bit to 3,500. Second hit going up a tiny bit more to 5,300. Claw Cutting going up a tiny bit to 1,800 and 3,600 respectively on the later hits. Panicked going up to 5,000 and 4,100, very small increases here. Bigger increase on the Black Spirit Lantern going up to 6,300 and 7,400. Crater going up a bigger chunk to 8,700. Flower Trail going up to 1,500, small increase there, with a bigger increase on the second hit to 5,100. Breaking Through the Stone getting a bigger increase to 5,000. Flower Viewing Party 3 going up to 9,100. Ghost Whirlwind going up to 6,500 and 5,300. And finally, Nokduri going up to 6,500. Deadeye, we have the Jin I mean, I think that's the Black Spirit. Rapid Fire. Live Bullets going up to 8,200. Marnie going up to 7,200. Smiling Deception going up to 3,800. Very small increase there. The hidden card damage going up a bit more to 7,600. Marnie going up to 3,500 and 11,400. Bloody Wind, live bullets going up to 3,500. Marnie going up to 3,200. Chaos skill, damage going up to 3,900, and Marnie 3,500. Rapid fire, the Marnie rounds are going up a tiny bit to 6,800, and the Marnie rounds going up to 6,000, again a tiny amount. Bulletstorm has a small increase to 2,700 on live rounds and 2,500 on Marnie rounds. Then we have general class modification and changes. We have the Lan having some issues with control keys to activate the skill Uru during gliding. Drakania, there was on one of the float skills, the skill has been changed to be approximately 20% faster than before on the first hit. Ranger, the issue with the description of the Binding Arrow skill containing a description of hit power has been corrected. Berserker, there's still an issue on the Giant's Leap skill. It would land in the middle of the move and the movement distance would be shortened. Ninja and Kunoichi, there takes an issue where the angry expression would appear even when in battle standby. So ninjas and Kunoichis were constantly mad. Shy, there was an issue with the Florang technique not being linked after using a certain skill in talent mode. Shy on Hey, the description of the skill that incorrectly stated that gravity would be reduced has been corrected. Nova Acceleration, they fixed an issue where the 15% casting speed increase effect for 30 seconds was not applied when entering the state with Pouncing Ring. And Deadeye, they fixed an issue where in pad mode, awakening weapon skills could not be registered in the ring menu before the character directly acquired the skills. Then we have the thing a few people have been waiting for, Alan Serban's Landscapes. With these, you will be able to obtain treasures that were once exclusive to certain zones in entirely different regions. So while you are defeating monsters in the original zone, you will collect paint, a special material needed to activate the Alan Serban's Landscape, and using paint to charge the landscape points for specific zones lets you earn treasure materials from that zone even while defeating monsters elsewhere. Previously, only certain monsters in those treasure dropping zones would drop the required materials. Now, any monster in a 300 plus AP zone can drop them, and there is a note that the drop rates for these materials through the landscape differ from the original zones, adjusted for factors like monster density. Here we can see an example. We have Road Sulfur, Pilaku, Akman, Hystria, Sakraya Underwater, Paddox, Ash, Crypt, Olens, and Ulukita. I'm guessing that's City of the Dead. This has been added to allow you to obtain the items, obviously. It will be a UI added towards the top right. When you defeat monsters in the hunting grounds where you could obtain the existing treasure materials, you will obtain the paint items for that hunting ground according to a specified probability. For example, Paint of History of Ruins. You can then right-click on the paint item to use to charge points in the landscape painting of that hunting ground. Here we can see that example. Sorry about that. Then we have the... you can charge multiple paintings at once by pressing the plus button in the landscape UI. 10,000 points are charged per paint item. So here we can see 10 is used to fully fill it. In the UI, you can activate the checkboxes in the upper right corner of the hunting ground where points are charged. And you can run multiple checkboxes simultaneously. So here we can see them charging up the spots. So pretty much 10 is to completely fill the bar, while 1 is used for a partial fill. When you right-click on the top of the landscape UI, it will activate the landscape, so you effectively charge it and then activate it in the UI. When the landscape is activated and being in an appropriate hunting ground with 300 AP or higher, you will be able to obtain the treasure items that could be obtained in hunting grounds. There are some notes, however. The painting will not be applied when hunting in the same hunting ground as the painting is activated. So if you have Histria activated, you cannot grind in Histria to get that item. Hunting grounds that provide the same items, such as City of the Dead and Darkseeker's Retreat, are also not affected at the same time. Excuse me. So you won't be able to go to City of the Dead, grind the piece, and then go to Darkseekers. The landscape painting does not apply in party hunting grounds, so you will not be able to burn through these at Dekia Dolans. And the landscape does not apply when you are in a party with other adventurers, so you need to be running solo. With the addition of the landscapes, the tag Ellis Irvin's landscape has been added to the hunting grounds informations as well. Then we have the Jinbon 1 Dawn Crystal for Life XP coming out. With the cap being raised, many adventurers have been making use of Manos tools. Meanwhile, for the focused players, there used to be the silver embroiders. These will be going away. As such, these can be equipped when wearing Prion accessories, and when you wear them, you can, equip them in those bottom slots, and it is life XP. So we have the highest version giving 15% life XP gain, the Bond going up to 8%, and the Wand going up by 4%. The integrated exchange limits are shown here, 1,880 on the Jin, to 7,500 bill on the upper end. On the Bond, it's going up to 1,500, and the lower limit being 375 mil. The Wand going down all the way low to 75 mil, or at the highest 300 mil. You will get them by heating the materials below. So here we can see the Crystal of Dawn Life Experience, which should be the lowest version. Is 1 Essence of Dawn, 30 Traces of Nature, and 500 Magical Lightstone Crystals. To then get the Bond version, you need to heat 5 of the lower grade, it looks like. And then again, upgrading that, 5 wands goes into 1 Bond, 5 bonds goes into 1 Jin. By heating the actual resulting crystal, you can obtain 25, 5, or 1 Dawn Essence respectively, so you would lose out on the Trace of Nature and Magical Lightstone crystals. Also, the items below will be removed due to these crystals, which includes all these silver embroidered clothes. As the silver embroidered clothes and horse trainers have been deleted, compensation will be paid. So the compensation is as following: if you're from 0 to +2, you will gain silver. If, however, you happen to have a +3 or +4 or +5, you will be able to get some extra crystals. So it looks like they will give us 1 won, 1 bon, or 1 jin, respectively. In the case of the famous horse trainers, they will be a bit more gracious with, it looks like 2 won crystals, 1 won and 2 bon on +4, and finally 3 Jin crystals from +5. Oh, actually 2 Jin crystals on +5 for the silver embroidered. Then there is the mention of the Silent Slumbering armor for Fugar. This is gonna just a bit more details for what was added to yesterday's global patch, NAEU patch. We have the Talking to Fugar, which is the Breakthrough the Limit quest. 2. You will get the Essence of Leap armor and some advice of Elks, 150 to 60 sacks. You can then enhance or a Tuvala up to deck, and once you've completed this, you can complete a quest and get a silent armor piece. The above items cannot be registered. However, when strengthening to Holland grade, it can be crafted into the Edana's armor. And among the above reward items, the Dawn gloves and the Taurus boots can be changed for other types through the NPC in Ulukita. Then we have the abilities or stats for the armor. Here we can see pretty much Hex to deck being shown. However, most people are not going to be using these very long, so they'll probably upgrade them and then swap them. Overall, you're just getting stat increases across the board on all cases on your way up to deck. Then the success rate for reinforcing Tuvala armors from stages Hex to deck and the number of Grandstones are shown here. We have the Essence of Leap armor, which is 1 required, 100%. That is to get it to Hex. Hex to Sept, it's 10 Agris Essence with the no downgrade on a probability of 1.5 with 15 Blackstones of Concentrated Magic. Sept to Oct, 25 is needed. Oct to Nov, 35, and then Nov the deck, 50 is needed. The probability going down 1.5, 0.75, and 0.6. This does sound very similar to the, well, Tuvala weapons. The number of Cronstones goes up from nothing to 2,200, 2,600, and 3,555. That is somewhat reasonable. Anvil Essence again, 10, 11, 12, 13. So very similar to the deck weapons. Then we have some Monster Zone changes. So first off, with the release of Jordine, if you did not upgrade your Sovereign Subweapon, but did exchange a Pen Blackstar, you were having a little bit extra trouble with Jordine. As such, the defense of monsters appearing during the quest have been reduced by 8%, and effectively that is because you do lose some monster AP. And the locations of the following monsters has been adjusted and added. A mercenary possessed by the Black Spirit, a swordsman, a knight consumed, a Valkyrie effectively, and the location of mermaid monsters consumed by Black Spirits have been adjusted and added as well. Then we have Quests and Knowledge. There's 2 more titles that will be obtainable through the Edania main quests. Adventurers who have already completed the quest will be rewarded the title. They've also added a voiceover during the Battle of Ash Wings in the Orbita main quest. And the dialogue between Ash Wings and Enslau during the boss battle has been modified. Then the other big thing is the buff application effect status UI has been added. This allows you to check the details of the currently applied buffs, and you can check the stats and application formula for various buffs. So here we can see for probably mount XP or horse training XP, so we can see the actual formula being used and the respective buff, and you can even highlight the one you currently have and how to possibly get it. They've added the ability to also recruit by setting a minimum level, so the party finder will be able to set a minimum level, AP and DP. So adventurers who will not meet this requirement cannot even apply to the party, and when setting conditions, the minimum level can be set to 60, and the minimum AP can be set to 370, and the minimum lowest DP that can be set is 440, sorry, not 4,400. The Party Finder has also been improved to allow parties even if you're on different servers, so that is no longer server requirement, and adventurers who do not meet the minimum requirements cannot apply for a party. Actually, I think that's the maximum. Nice. Yeah. The names of the buttons at the bottom of the screen of the event integration page have also been modified to be displayed appropriately. Then there's also some more changes on the event integration UI with the magnifying glasses. Adventure Support Center F11 has been removed. The name of the horse details menu F6 has been changed to horse growth information. When you click on the special login rewards area in the news UI, it will now link you to the event integration page. Then we have the my info peep following, getting a description of the training level in the life tab, and the increased skill acquisition rate for the pure horse set only applies to the horse it is equipped on. The size and position and notification in the center of the screen that appears when accepting or completing quests has been modified, so the vertical size has been adjusted, and so has the pop-up. A button has been added to allow you to immediately check the detailed information of the horse connected to a carriage. Acquisition probability of skills currently applied to your mount is displayed in the My Horse information. And it's been changed so that the confirmation message is displayed when pressing the button to enter the boss battle location. Finally, the all-in-one preset has been pushed back a little bit, and we get to the fixes and changes, which is just some general fixes and changes for Krogdalo, having some issues with shallow water. Also some issues where monster grades was not displayed correctly, and the second fight on the Ensla boss, so effectively some boss fight fixes. So we have here applied buff effects would not apply. wing appearance or not disappearing. Overall, a bunch of little changes and fixes for the zones. There's also some fixes for the Orbiter Castle. Also, the range of messages displaying, position of mermaids of the Black Spirit being corrected for the quest, Ethereum's Castle. Also, some NPC locations for the Edania quest chains. I'm sorry. Right-clicking on the Adonis fragment has been improved to provide directions to the armor crafting NPC now. Also, some information on the Adonis fragment has been corrected. They also fixed an issue where the coral crabs would not move in certain situations. Also, some crosshairs not being displayed on those. Also, some Mount XP gain during Mount XP hot time being applied got fixed. And finally, there was some issue where transformation on a shipwreck near Bagoria's realm was fixed, and fog around Asan on the world map. And furthermore, just some general fixes for the pad UI. With that, we go to the recap. Overall, the integrated presets, that is a bit sad, the all-in-one preset, but okay, better than they do it properly. Then we have the XP itself, that is really great. Finally be able to see the formula and how it applies and where you can possibly gain a bit more by adding it earlier. Then we have the Monster Zone changes, okay, great. Standard stuff. Deck to Vala, great to get the details, but more important. The life XP crystals for the Preon slots, absolutely awesome. I do like the way of getting them. It's just stacking effectively. Alan Servants, I'm not quite sure, but it looks like it will just be the Ulukita telescope. Nothing for the Knoll. But hey, we will see. If we maybe get some moss maps from different zones, it would be kind of cool. Otherwise, we got class changes. They all look fairly good. Obviously, the downgrades on the Awakening Wizard and Witch are a bit rough, but I've heard they've been doing pretty good, so it's kind of understandable. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so wifey wants to go eat. I will be splitting the stream in two today. Let's quickly check who's here. Bunch of people. Okay, so who's currently streaming? Okay, let's quickly check Mr. Jabs. Okay, yeah, we're gonna quickly raid Mr. Jabs. Don't get to raid him too often because he's on the New Zealand end of things. I do appreciate it. The video, I'll try to edit the video before we head out. Worst case, I'll upload it when I get back. You can copy either one of the messages if you're currently active. I do want to say thank you. I will be back later tonight, and then I'll actually be grinding. So again, I want to say thank you for joining me for now. And I hope you continue to get your drops, and I'll see you all later tonight, hopefully, and otherwise tomorrow. Take care, and good luck on all your drops, taps, everything in BDO, and also good luck in general.